Hello Year 2 students, my name's Ella and we are at lesson 35. Okay, what will you need today? Well, you might have your rice from a previous lesson. You might use some sand or some blocks or toys or anything that's going to help us put things inside and measure capacity. So have a think about that. We're going to need some containers today, and you can see I've got 5 containers here and I've labelled them A to E, so we'll be using those as well. And of course you'll need your hundreds, tens and ones. Okay, let's start with our number talk. Our number talk today is brought to us by the number 574. So let's make that number. We know it is made of 500s. That's what 500s looks like. Let's have a look at our tens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, 7 tens and 4 ones. That is what 574 looks like. All right, let's think of a number larger than that. Let's think of a number smaller than that. Let me share mine. I was thinking of a number 1 bigger than this. So my number is 575. That's a number larger than the number we have here. And a number smaller, I was thinking of 74. Okay, now your job is to make your number a 3-digit number. You need to make that number, and then you need to write down a number larger and smaller. Away you go. Today's learning intention is to compare and order containers according to their capacity. So we're going to place a value on how much each container can hold. And we'll know that we can do that when we can order our containers from the least to the most. This container holds the least amount or has the least capacity, and this container has the most capacity. All right, now to order our lesson today, we're going to have to record on a table, and you can see I have mine ready here that you might like to use as an example later. So I have containers A to E, and I am going to record how many scoops, how many laundry scoops it will take to hold for each container. All right, now to start with, I'm going to do a little bit of prediction. Now, predicting is a bit like estimating. I'm going to predict which one will hold the least and which one will hold the most. And I'm going to put that in those orders. So my smallest container, or the one that will have the least capacity, I predict is B. So I'm going to pop that one at the start. I believe that that would be the smallest. The next one might be this container. I'm predicting. I mean, it's very shallow, but I think that might be the next one. I think the one I'm holding is probably got the most capacity. So I'm going to pop that there. And I think I'll leave those ones in that order. So my prediction is B, D, C, E and A. My prediction is this will hold the least amount, or has the least capacity, and this has the most capacity. This will hold the most. Okay, let's get going then and have a look at this prediction. Remember, I'm using a fair measure, so I'm making sure that it's right up to the top, not overflowing and no gaps in there. And I'm going to place that into my B container very carefully. Notice I'm doing it over my container of rice in case it spills. And ooh, it's not even 1. So it's less than 1 scoop. and I think that's how I record it. Less than 1 scoop for container B. Less than, thank you for applauding my backwards writing, less than 1. Okay, less than 1 in container B. Let's go again. Let's have a look and see. Container, oops, I forgot my fair measure. Let's go again. A fair measure into container D. Might have to pop that down and just make sure, a bit like a scientist or a mathematician. Oh, I'm quite happy with that. Yes, that's a lovely fair measure. And I have got 2 laundry scoops in container D. 2, nice. Okay. Good measuring, good recording, good maths. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here comes the tricky bit. 6. I'm happy as that's a fair measure. So 6 scoops will fit in container C. Double check, container C. 6. Okay. So is my prediction working? It's working at the moment, isn't it? So let's have a look at the 2 larger containers. These are the ones I have predicted will have the largest capacity. Let's try container E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting near the top. 8, and this might be the tricky one. Make sure I've got a fair measure. 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 scoops as a fair measure. 11 scoops in container E. Let's quickly write that down before we forget. 11 scoops. Well, so good, so far so good with my prediction. If I run out of rice, you know I can pop that back in here to use this. In fact, if I'm clever, I could pop that in there too, couldn't I? Let's have a think. Container C had 6. I think I'll start with 6 here. Now I know there's 6, I can start from 6. A little bit of efficiency. So let's go from 6, 7, 8, 9, taking a lot of care to make sure they're fair measures. 10, I have trouble picking that up. 11, fair measure, 11, 12. This capacity thing's kind of tricky, isn't it? How much will hold inside? And there is a beautiful fair measure of 12, and might I say outstanding prediction, because I wasn't sure if that was going to hold more or less. So we have 12 in container A. Beautiful. So you can see I've been able to measure the capacity of each container using a standard measurement of my scoop to work out, to predict, and then to accurately record how much each container holds. What's the capacity of each container? And we've been able to compare and order from the smallest capacity to the largest capacity. And we didn't make too much of a mess. Now it's your turn. Your task is to find some containers around home. Hopefully you can find 5. I'd like you to label those so we don't forget which one's which, because that can be kind of tricky. And of course, once we've found the capacity, quickly record them, because sometimes you can forget the number. If you do forget the number, that's okay. You can just go again and try not to make a mess. All right, enjoy your capacity lesson, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.